Hello and welcome. This is MechCommander, and we're back with some more MechCommander 2, and we're getting ready for another mission briefing.
I seem to be getting my money's worth, Commander.
Colonel, you'll want to see this. My operatives have uncovered the routes of several bandit supply convoys moving through the sector.
Very good. I want the first heavy recon mobilized in 5 minutes. They'll destroy the convoy headed south. I want you to intercept the second convoy heading east. If her information is correct, there's a mobile headquarters included in the convoy. I want it.
Alright, the name of the mission is Ambush and Acquire Mobile HQ. Steiner Intel has tracked a Bandit Mobile HQ vehicle with armed escorts moving toward one of their bases. Intercept and capture the Mobile HQ. Okay, nothing from our tactical officer yet, but it looks like we have notes down here, so let's read through it. Mission objectives are destroy fuel tanks, destroy enemies at checkpoint, and capture Mobile HQ vehicle. Excellent work at Base Gemini. Steiner officers have completed reoccupation of the base without incident. Interrogation of the bandits at Gemini revealed the existence of a heavily armed convoy escorting a Mobile HQ vehicle moving toward the Carroll sector. Intel calculates that the convoy destination must be the bandit resupply station located in the sector. Renard wants the HQ vehicle captured and its data cores analyzed. Pending the decryption of the data cores, you will receive further instruction in the field, so we might get more objectives after that. Okay, what does our tactical officer have to say? I've been studying the map Steiner Recon provided, and it looks like the best place to hit the convoy will be at the checkpoint south of the resupply station. Firing from top of the hills near the checkpoint will give us a tactical advantage against the convoy's guards. The bandits use this resupply station to field and maintain mechs. That means there's a good chance we'll find munitions or even a weapons facility. Alright, so no real indication of how we should arm our mechs, but we're going to be firing on top of hills. You would think longer range weapons would be the key. Well, we'll see once we get into the actual selection here. So we now have 190 tons that we can work with. And we have our 3 urban mechs and 2 fire ants that we can add into our loadout if we want. Granted, if I did that, we wouldn't be able to fit perfectly another mech because we only have a difference of 20 tons here, and these are 30 tons apiece. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the buy and sell, though. All right, so when we were salvaging, it cost me about, I think, $26,000 to salvage, and it looks like the sale price is $33,000. So we can get some of our money back if we go ahead and sell, or actually get profit if we go ahead and sell these urban mechs and these fire ants if we don't want them. Let's take a look at the mechs in question, though. So the fire ant comes with 3 flamer arrays and 3 machine gun arrays, extremely close range weapons. And speed is about the same as the Razorback, although the armor is much less, it looks like. Well, I say much less. We'd have to get a direct comparison. Let's see, direct comparison. So 112 versus 80, so it's probably just a difference of the 1 armor slot that we could fit onto the Fire Ant would make up the difference. As far as everything else goes, though, no jump jets. So a little bit less flexible than the Razorback, but a lot cheaper. We also have a lot more mechs to choose from as far as buying mechs as well. So let's think about it. If we want 20 more tons, one way we could do that is we could get this shootist mech, and we could replace one of our bushwhackers. And we would be only 5 tons shy of that goal, because the difference between a 55-ton mech and a 70-ton mech is 15 tons. So that's one way to do it. Another way to do it is to reduce the overall tonnage that we have going out on this mission. And we could do that with a couple hunchbacks and then have 2 light mechs. Or actually 3 light mechs, right? So 190, yeah. So we could do 5 mechs if we want to, or we could do a heavier mech in the shootist. I don't think we're going to keep around these urban mechs. I think they were quite a liability in the last mission we played. I do want to take a look, though, at modifications that we can do to a fire ant. So I'm going to select this. I'm going to hit modify just to see what kind of slots it has. So from what I'm seeing, this fire ant is not very flexible in what all armament it can do, because it's the same tonnage, the same speed as a Razorback, for example. And if we take a look at a Razorback, which is over here, looks like, I think that the other mech only had 6 slots. This one has 8. Let's just confirm that real quick. So I go to the Fire Ant, hit modify. So yeah, it's 6 slots versus 8. So a Razorback is quite clearly, tonnage-wise, better because it has the same speed, has the capacity for jump jets. Heat-wise might be a little bit of a different story. So 22 versus 22. So there's actually no difference whatsoever. So clearly here, the Razorback is just flat out better. And that's kind of weird considering the fact that the Fire Ant is the same weight. Again, this game, the way it simplifies things, it's actually kind of hard to evaluate things tit for tat because that's not exactly how this works. Another example here is if we go into the Urban Mech. Ooh, that's not what I want to do. I wanted to modify. Going to the Urban Mech, we have the same number of slots as we did with the Razorback. So again, we have 8 slots from what I'm seeing here. They're a little bit arrayed differently, but it's still the same thing. We have the jump jets, but we have a lot less speed. So yet again, the Razorback is the better call here. You would think, oh, with the Urban Mech, I'm benefiting from the fact that this mech's slower and that I might have more slots to work with, but that's not the case. So there might be more involved in the Razorback than what we see with this game. For instance, the Razorback might be using a lighter engine or a lighter infrastructure in its mech construction. At least that would be the justification if we were playing with the tabletop game or what have you. Perhaps. I'm not that familiar with the Razorback, though, so I couldn't say one way or the other. So I think, as I said, it's pretty clear here the Fire Ant and the Urban Mech are really not the way to go. So what we could do is sell all the Urban Mechs we have and all of the Fire Ants we have, and that would give us quite a bit of money back. Then we buy either a Shootist or we buy 2 Hunchbacks and another Razorback. Actually, no. We'd have to buy 2 Hunchbacks and 2 Razorbacks to be able to have a full mech loadout for the next mission, which is probably getting a little up there in price. So I think the easiest solution here then is just to get a Shootist, and then we would have to replace the Urban Mech that we have with another Razorback. So we'd have 2 Razorbacks, a Shootist, and a Bushwhacker in the next mission. Alternatively, I could do maybe another Bushwhacker. I'd have to think about that. So what would be... So you'd have 115 if you had 3 of them. And then if you had 2 light mechs, that would be... Okay, so yeah, you'd be looking at... It still wouldn't be anywhere near, though. Because if we upgraded this to a Bushwhacker, let's say, that would add on 15 tons, so we'd be at 85. Yeah, that'd be pretty close, so it'd be almost the same as getting that Shootist. Well, that's 3 of the same mech, and that starts to get a little bit boring, in my opinion. Although, taking a look at the Shootist here, what is our loadout? So we've got a heavy autocannon, which is going to be short range. We have lasers, which are going to be short range. We've got machine gun array, which is going to be short range. We have large laser, which is going to be medium range. But that's about it. Now, this would be a great bruising mech. So it's a matter of how many mechs do we want to put in this fight? Do we want to have 3 medium mechs and a light mech? Do we want to have a medium mech, a heavy mech, and 2 light mechs? I think I am going to go with the Bushwhacker in this case. So I'm going to sell these. Sell, sell, sell. I just don't think that they're that great. Sell, sell. But we do make a profit on them. I am going to also move the Urban Mech over into this slot over here. Oh. Why are those still... Oh, I didn't hit accept. That's why. I mean, we could go swarm tactics here and just have a bunch of light mechs. That's true, too. In that case, we could have up to 6 mechs if we went all light. I don't know if that's really a good call, though. All right, so we're going to sell all these mechs. So that puts us up at 216. So, again, the shootist, we could always upgrade for different armament. So there's that, too. But I don't know if I would really want to buy another Razorback at this point. And the Bushwhacker is able to keep up with the Razorback a little bit more as far as foot speed goes. Whereas the shootist is a lot slower. So, yeah, I'm going to go with this idea. We'll go ahead and buy ourselves another Bushwhacker. And I did the laserific version because it allows me to do that. And we'll hit accept. Okay, and then we just grab this. Oh, I didn't do my math right. All right, never mind. We'll go back to buy sell mechs. It doesn't make that big of a deal, though, because it doesn't appear to be really a issue with that if you make a mistake. So, all right, well, I'm going to go with the shootist then. And we'll buy another Razorback here. Okay, so we're going to have to remove one of the Bushwhackers, put in the shootist, and then we do the Razorback. So my math was good on that. I don't know why I was off with the other one. Okay, so we've got 2 Razorbacks, a shootist, a Bushwhacker. Yeah, all right, that will work for me, I guess. Let's go into modifying the shootist, though. Oh, I do want to modify this one to the other variant, too. My bad. Let's accept that. Okay, let's go into the shootist, modify it. All right, so I don't think the heavy autocannon is going to be our best answer in this particular engagement, so we're just going to remove that. The armor I'm fine with. As a matter of fact, we could easily upgrade the armor. Let's go over to energy weapons here. So, energy weapons are always going to be medium range at best. You don't get any better than that. We could go with a light autocannon, do 2 of those, as opposed to the heavy autocannon. We wouldn't really do that much heat to ourselves, and then we can upgrade our other weapons besides. So, let's try that out. Okay, and then we're going to remove the machine guns. I want to move the armor down a bit. Actually, move that over there. And we'll do some large lasers. Okay, and that's pretty much going to be that. Now, this means we're going to have really bad short-range firepower with this mech. So we've kind of changed this dynamic of how it works. We've turned it from a short-range mech to a long-range, medium-range mech. But if the idea is to fight from on top of a hill, then that's what we're going to do. Now, normally speaking, a heavy mech, though, you would want to be getting in there and tangling. So I don't know if that's the right call. Be honest with you, I almost kind of like the loadout that the mech has as is. We could modify it a bit, though. Let's try that. Let's keep it short range, but instead let's utilize its weight a little bit more, or its heat capacity a little bit more. So I'm going to remove the machine guns, put the armor down here just to keep them together, and we'll put on lasers instead. Yeah, that will work perfectly. So we've got a lot more lasers. So really there's only one medium range weapon here, the large laser, and then you've got a bunch of the lighter lasers and then a heavy autocannon. That's what I think what we're going to go with for this mech, and we will accept that, and we'll call this the brute build. Okay, let's save that up. Now, see, I didn't pay attention to the last mission if the names made any sense or not. I'll have to take a look at that this time around. All right, we've done all our modifications. It's enough with that. Let's go on to picking our pilots. So we've got Hacksaw and the Bushwhacker, who's our laser specialist. We've got our light mech specialist and one of our light mechs. I'm going to want to have one of our sensor guys with us. sensor specialist, and I'll put him in there. Actually, what do we want here? All right, I'll do worm, and then finally, I want somebody that is maybe even like kind of in the middle for the shootist, because we're going to want a combination. It looks like Dagger is going to be the one for us if we want that style, unless we want to go with a more experienced pilot, but I would like, I think, a greener pilot somewhere in this mission. Unless we want to remove Flash and get some experience in our other light mech, which I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab Jinx and put her in there. Now, one thing I am curious, though, of is Flash, did she improve her shooting ability? I don't think she did, but I think she improved her piloting. From what I remember, she was at the same level as Jinx last time, but I said her shooting was slightly better. Okay, well, that's the loadout we're going to do. So we've got Jinx. Hacksaw is one of our experienced pilots. We've got Dagger, and we've got Worm to give us a little bit of good intel. And we should have mostly a long-range setup, except for our shootist. So let's go ahead and launch this. I don't know how successful we're going to be with this particular loadout.
I've taken control of your console for tactical review, sir. The convoy will be taking this road to the base. We should take out this military checkpoint and ambush the convoy when they come through here. Unfortunately, the enemy has set themselves up pretty well. The turret controls are very well protected. It'll be tough getting to them without being shot up in the process. Instead, we can fire at those fuel tanks.
Okay.
Destroying a fuel tank will cause a large explosion, damaging everything within the blast radius. We can also try shooting those turret generators.
All right. I'm going to pause here as soon as it allows me. Okay. We're paused. All right, so it wants me to blow up the fuel tank, which is over here in the back. Well, I know one way to do that, and that's an airstrike, and I see no reason why not to do that. So we've got a large fuel tank here. We drop that airstrike right on it. Hopefully the explosion chain reaction will take out the turret generator. If it doesn't, we can hit it with another airstrike, perhaps. Well, that's what my game plan is. We're going to put the airstrike right here. And if that doesn't work, it doesn't work. But if it does work, what will happen is that the turret generators will be knocked out, and the turret generators are what power the turrets in this area. So we should be able to get into this base without any problem. So let's go ahead and get back over to our... Well, it helps if you have the map. There you go. Go ahead and select all our guys. We'll hit escape so we can start moving, and we'll start moving. And again, if that doesn't work, I'm going to move up on top of this hill, and we'll use the hill.
Objective complete.
Okay, so we managed to knock out the turrets. They're done. So I don't know. I'm going to guess that what it's saying where we want to ambush is that the 2 location we want to ambush, or do we want to ambush over here? Aha. Okay, hold on. Let me issue orders here. So I think what I'm going to want to do is we're going to start the ambush so that our light mechs are over here. Okay, we have a little bit more sensor information. So I don't remember what these symbols mean, to be honest with you, but this would tell me what type of unit that is. I don't remember. Vehicles are one shape. And then you have your... And I want Hacksaw as well. And we're going to grab these two, and we're going to put them up on this hill. Okay, and that's going to be our plan. Let's go ahead and continue. I'm very glad that this has a pause feature, because I am not normally a very... Okay, go ahead and do that. We're going to tell them to hold their ground, hold position, and fire. And then these guys, you are going to come over here And you are going to run over there and kill this guy. Okay. Play that.
Dagger reporting. 10-4. Target lock.
Okay, let's go ahead and tell the bushwhacker to hold position.
Understood.
Okay. And we'll continue. Hello? Hold position.
This could get ugly. Oh boy.
Okay, so I don't know if this is where the convoy is going to go, but it looks like that's what's going to happen here. So we're going to let them hold position and hopefully get them to fire on the enemy. So let's have you guys fire here. Have you fire here. They should hold position, as I have already commanded them to do. We'll do that.
It's Jinx. Targeting.
Roger. That was pretty.
Okay, another mech down. All right. I'm not sure if we're supposed to go after them or not. So what we're going to do is tell them to stop holding position, and we're just going to come in here.
It's Jinx. Roger that. Target confirmed. It's Jinx. Targeting.
Vehicle destroyed.
Oh, that hurt.
Roger.
All right, let's go get this one.
Hacksaw here. Locking in target.
Roger. It's Jinx. Targeting.
Okay, got him.
Vehicle destroyed.
And we've got a fire ant over here that's taking heavy damage. I'm going to assume from the fuel tank explosion.
Objective complete.
Mech destroyed.
Fine work, sir. Those hills overlooking the road are excellent ambush points. Firing from high ground gives us a better chance of hitting an enemy's upper armor and cockpit. Once you get your mechs up on those hills, order them to hold position. When holding position, pilots will not move unless given a direct order, firing from where they stand.
Are these the hills they're talking about? I'm going to assume this is the hill they're talking about over here. So I'm going to start having my mechs move over this way. And I'm going to change that order for Hacksaw. I'm going to have Hacksaw move over this way. And you know what? I'll have Dagger move over there too. And we've taken damage, so I'm going to go ahead and put a repair truck down as soon as I have that opportunity. It has to be somewhere where we can see, though, so I may have to wait. We'll drop it right here, and then we'll have it start moving with the rest of the group, I think. And then we'll do repairs all along the way. So that's going to be the plan. Okay, so repair truck. Go ahead and repair Dagger.
Repair truck reporting. Cannot comply.
Okay, so you're going to follow after, and you're going to get that repair in later. Okay, so Jinx and Worm are going to move up. Let's get my map up. Oh, crap, they're over here. Well, it's still okay, because they should be going where I am. All right, so I kind of misunderstood what hills, because I didn't know exactly where the enemy is going to come from, so let's go over here. But I see now that we wanted me to go up on this hill. As a matter of fact, let's get over there now.
Dagger reporting. Repairs complete, sir.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and grab the other two. Let me make sure we do that right now. We don't have time to have the repair truck do stuff right this second, but we are going to have you run over this way. Actually, do we want to run over that way, or do we want to run over here with the other group? I think we run this way just because it's quicker. The repair truck stays where it is for now. All right, I'll have it move over here. Okay. Let's unpause. All right, so that was my mistake. I misunderstood what hill they were talking about, but that's really not my fault. I have never done this mission before, or I have, but it's been a very long time. So we'll chill out right about here, and hopefully the others will make it over in time. Okay. Let's go ahead and try and replan this. So they're right in here. Let me go ahead and grab Bushwhacker and Dagger, and we'll have them run over to this hill for now. We can get there in time. And grab Hacksaw, have you go over here, and then tell you to hold your position. Then you are going to come over here and support. Not holding your position, though. Okay, let's go ahead and pause one more time. I'm going to tell you to fire here. I'm going to go ahead and have these two run up here because it looks like we're going to have the action start over here first. So go do that.
No sweat. See ya.
Okay, let's have you fire at the fire ant.
Roger.
Let's have you fire over here. Okay, let's have you come into this attack.
Dagger reporting. 10-4. Target locked in. Affirmative. Yeah, he's done. Hacksaw here.
Okay,
Hey, I'm under fire.
start getting these guys.
That was pretty. See ya.
All right. I'm gonna go after this guy with Dagger, and then you guys are going to continue to fire on the other stuff. You are going to take off your command here, and you're going to run over here and do that. Get that resource truck, and we've got the mobile HQ, which you are going to run over. Okay, we can't do that yet, but you can run over. Okay, then you are going to help fire on this. Okay, let's go ahead and do that.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Enemy resources captured.
Vehicle destroyed. Roger.
Objective complete.
Got the vehicle. I'm here.
Uploading
Roger
data
that.
from the HQ
Target confirmed.
vehicle now.
He's done.
I'll... Whoa. Wait a minute. Sir, this data contains the command structure of the whole bandit army. Uh-oh. I know this guy. The leader of the bandits is a guy named Vong. He's an officer for House Liao. I don't know what's going on, but I think this job just got more complicated.
okay, we're going to repair up here while we've got our opportunity to do so. All right, so we have exactly enough to do another airstrike, so... Ooh. And repair Dagger again. And then we'll pick up the repair of Hacksaw,
Complete, sir.
and then we'll be good to go. Okay, so let's take a look at this base while we've got these repairs ongoing.
Hacksaw here.
All right, we do see
Shiny, boss.
a turret generator. Okay, let's go ahead and pause real quick. Okay, so we've got our turret, our gate control, our turret generator, our turret control, and all the turrets. Obviously, we don't want the turrets to be a thing. We also have a weapons facility. We want to capture the weapons facility, apparently, so we will not want to destroy that. I'm going to go ahead and put an airstrike down on the turret generator. I don't remember if one airstrike is enough for a generator, though. I do not recall. So, what do we got here? Forget how I... Ah, here we go. Cancel deployment. What is this here? What is this object? If that's a fuel tank, we'd want to hit that, but I can't tell what it is. It doesn't tell me. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit it with the airstrike. I figure why not? Give it a go. We have exactly that many resource points. If it lands and it blows it up, then great. If not, then we're going to have to focus on that ourselves. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab everyone. And we're going to start moving here. Now, what's over here on the map? I mean, I want to make sure... Yeah, there we go. A resource building. That'll give us maybe another airstrike. So I'm going to head over there with the group while our airstrike lands. And if it does good work, then we're good. If not, then we'll get the resource building and we'll hit it again. Okay, it didn't look like it did enough. So as I was saying, we can go ahead. Now the repair truck, I'm going to put in a location that, let's say, about here. Okay, let's see what this is over here. It could just be something that we don't really need to shoot. Where's our other guy? Okay. Oh, what is this? Something else. Okay, let's go over here. Saying capture, so I don't know what that is. We'll find out here in a second.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and run to it. I mean, if it's resources, all the better. That's a resource truck. Okay, cool.
Enemy resources captured.
Okay, we'll come over here. And I will pause, because if we have enough resources to land... No, we don't have another airstrike just yet, but hopefully we will once we capture these other resources that are over here. Okay, it's a centipede. We're going to go ahead and fire on that.
Locking in target. Understood.
Go ahead and have our guys run here.
Good as dead.
Okay. So mainly what we want to do is just get over here and... capture that. Don't think there's anything else.
Resources captured.
Okay, I'm going to assume that that's enough. Okay, good. We have actually a couple airstrikes we can do. So let's go ahead and airstrike.
Airstrike confirmed. Commencing countdown.
And then the rest of our group will
Turrets deactivated.
run over here. And we'll see with our light mechs what sensor contacts we get. And based off of that, I might do another airstrike and see if we can hit anybody with that. So we'll come to about here and see what our sensor... We could do a sensor probe, but if I did that, I wouldn't have the airstrike because I'd run out of resource points. Okay, so there is a contact there. There's a couple contacts here. We might draw that guy into a fight. Yeah, we just did.
It's Jinx. Roger that. Target confirmed. Dagger reporting. 10-4. Target locked in. Hacksaw here. Looks like I'm the target.
Okay, that guy's gone.
Kill board.
Now these guys are patrolling, so it's going to be extremely difficult to hit them
Mech
with an
power-up
airstrike.
detected.
Ooh, another mech coming. All right, they're on their way. I don't think we're going to be able to effectively use an airstrike here because these guys are
Power-up detected.
constantly mobile. So we'll just go in and kill them.
Targeting. It's Jinx. Roger that. Target confirmed.
All right, let's stay out here so we can use our numbers against the mechs that are out here. Okay, let's hit the next target.
Hacksaw here. Locking in target. Roger. It's Jinx. Targeting. One less enemy.
Okay, we know that this guy has short-range weapons, so as long as we stay out of that range, we should be fine. And if he gets too close, we'll hit him with the shootist, which looks like we just did a little bit there. Okay, he's going to be nice and slow now because we blew out one of his legs. Okay, he's getting a little close, and he's done. Okay. Let's get up here. Go ahead and just blow the gate.
Hacksaw here. It's as good as dead. Understood.
Okay, so we're going to have a number of, I'm going to assume mechs here. No, another vehicle.
It's Jinx. Roger that. Target confirmed. Vehicle destroyed. Check.
Okay, there's only one more enemy.
Targeting. See ya. Roger that.
And it's a mech. All right, let's start backing up here
Dagger reporting.
so that we can
Target locked in.
remove ourselves from its range.
Destroyed.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
let's go capture this, and that should be it.
Understood.
Oh, big explosion there. Luckily, none of our mechs were caught in that.
Objective complete.
Captured, sir.
Okay, we've got a bandit counterattack coming.
All right, Skipper. You got yourself a stash of pulse laser weapons. It's a simple trade-off. They do more damage than regular lasers, but they generate more heat.
Okay, let's get our repair truck over here. And we'll move over to our repair truck so that we can get repaired.
Commander, Steiner just informed me that there's a large bandit force heading our way. We need some support. Capture any resource buildings in the area. We can use the RPs to call in fixed artillery.
Too late for that. Okay, let's go ahead and just repair some of these guys. We've already used all of our action point. Well, no, that's not true. But we don't have enough to do anything with fixed artillery. Get over here.
Hacksaw here. All buffed and shiny, Bob.
Okay, get that guy repaired, and then we'll repair Dagger. And we're just going to have to do this with our mechs because I've already used our resource points.
Ready to roll, sir.
I could scout out to figure out where this is coming from. Oh, okay, I guess we're good to go. No other repair commands possible. All right, let's get our repair truck into the facility.
I can't get there.
Sure you can. Okay, let's start selecting our mechs here. All right, where are you? There you are. Just another fire ant, easily dealt with at range.
Yes, sir.
Okay, the LRM carrier is going to be a little bit more of a challenge because it can hit us at that range.
In target. It's Jinx. Roger that. Target confirmed.
But fortunately, they are not that tough, so we can get in here pretty quick. As a matter of fact, let's run up there.
Jinx. Targeting. This is for you.
Okay, let's start backing up so that we can deal with the fire ant.
It's Jinx. Targeting. Got it, sir.
Alright, it looks like we took out all of their long-range stuff, so should be a fairly easy engagement. Let's try and take out this vedette.
I love this job. It's Jinx. Targeting.
Okay, now we can take out the fire ants with ease as we kind of retreat here.
Stand still, maggot. Roger. It's Jinx. Roger that. Target confirmed. Roger.
We might lose our repair truck. Ow.
They're on me. Armchair. Roger that. Target confirmed. Okay, here we go. It's Jinx. Targeting. Yes, sir. I got him. One for the kill board. It's Jinx. Targeting. We should get paid by the people.
Okay, we're doing heavy damage there. Alright, cool stuff. Managed to get through that mission okay. The only real issue was in that beginning part where we didn't know which way the convoy was coming, but it wasn't too hard to figure it out. Alright, so we gotta choose what salvage we want. Well, I think for sure I'm gonna take this Star Slayer because it seems like a pretty good mech, but I have to kind of prioritize my salvage. But considering that I can easily make profit off these guys, I think it's well worth salvaging as much as I can. So we'll go with the fire ants for now. And that's as much as I can take unless we take some urban mechs here. So let's do an urban mech, and that will be it. That's as much as I can salvage. So we'll just sell the fire ants and the urban mechs. That'll give us some good profit. Let's go ahead and continue. Let's see how we did. So Dagger got some kills. Should get a... I've got 3 medals there and a promotion.
MechWarrior promoted to regular.
Okay, so this is your first go, wasn't it? Well, we've got laser specialist, light and medium auto cannons, and then we've got SRM specialist, small arms specialist, and other stuff. I still think laser specialist is the right call here. Now, they just talked about pulse weapons, though, and I don't see pulse weapons being included here. And... yeah, alright. Well, I'll go with the laser specialist, though. Okay, let's see our next pilot. So Hacksaw, who has the most experience out of all of our pilots. Looks like he got a number of kills. Another Valor medal. I don't know if that's his first one. No upgrade, though. Jinx got a couple kills. And was promoted.
MechWarrior promoted to regular.
That was her first mission, too. Okay. So we could go with light mech specialist for her, too, but I don't know how many of those I really want. But yeah, sure, what the heck. Okay, and Worm, his first mission. Got himself 4 kills. So, outside the vehicle kills, which he got a Valor Medal for. So, good job for him. And he got his participation awards. So, we had some first-timers that did quite well there. Let's go ahead and move on. And,
According to the data you recovered, the bandit leader...
of course, I am going to save the mission briefing for the next video. In any case, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is MechCommander, signing out.